Tarpon fishing in Florida is definitely one of the most exhilarating experiences an angler can have, and they're one of the Sunshine State's most prized game fish. Thanks to their incredible fighting abilities and impressive sizes, Florida's Silver Kings are the stuff of legends. The state has tons of excellent locations to choose from, but some are a bit more productive than others. So in today's video, we're presenting you with our top 5 places to go tarpon fishing in Florida. From Tampa Bay to the Florida Keys, we'll give you everything you need to know so that you can start planning your fishing trip with ease. But before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to see more fishing videos like this. Let's jump right in. We're starting our list off with none other than Tampa Bay. Since this area is so famous for its incredible inshore fishing, it's no surprise that the clear waters here hold a large number of tarpon. You can target them throughout the whole year, but their peak season is between May and July. The best places to check out are along the mouth of the bay. You've got spots such as Egmont Key, Passage Key, and Anna Maria Island, which are prime feeding grounds for tarpon during their spawning season. The shallow, clear waters surrounding this area make for some incredible sight fishing, Passage Key specifically being a local favorite among fly fishermen. No matter your style or pace, Tampa Bay charters will accommodate you based on your skill level and preference. But if you're looking to spice things up a bit, then our next fishing destination might just have exactly what you're looking for. Whether you're visiting Miami to catch some sun or catch some fish, this town has no shortage of exciting opportunities for the entire family. If you've chosen the latter, then you should know that tarpon are one of the top inshore catches here. Ports and inlets south of Biscayne Bay offer some of the best tarpon fishing in the area. Specifically, Government Cut between Miami Beach and Fisher Island is a great location to get you started. There are plenty of great locations just north of Miami as well. Port Everglades in particular is a local hotspot that produces plenty of action from mid to late spring. In fact, the entire coastline between these two cities offer full-service charters that are ready to show you how tarpon fishing in Southeast Florida is done. And even though Miami is synonymous with sunshine, tarpon fishing at night is extremely popular and can generate some positive results if done under the right guidance.
So Miami presents a real special fishing opportunity for anglers. You can go offshore, catch sailfish, come inshore, catch snook, tarpon, bonefish, and even in the freshwater peacock bass. It's really a great place to fish because you have so many opportunities. I just love it here. It's a great place to visit. So yeah, our trips are really unique because it enables us to go out in the late evening. Usually the sun's a little lower, it's a lot cooler. It gives you an opportunity to avoid some of the crowds and the fishing pressure. Enables you to be able to catch more fish. Likewise, you're going to be less hot, you're going to be more relaxed and a more enjoyable time. So this presents a really special opportunity to present either flies, artificial, or live bait to these tarpon for our best chances on catching them. And we usually catch in the range of 20-pound fish to even up to 100-pound. It's really exciting and it gives you a great opportunity to maybe catch a once-in-a-lifetime fish on fly or on spin tackle.
The best part is you have a wide window to plan your trip. Tarpon are most active in southern Florida's waters from January through June, their peak being in February. However, further up the coast, they typically start to show up in larger numbers around late spring. But no matter when you plan to visit, there's always something to catch 365 days a year. Now, let's take a look at some of Florida's most untouched wilderness. The area between Everglades National Park and the 10,000 Islands is brimming with tarpon. The Sandy Key and Rabbit Key basins, along with the canals at Lake Ingram and river mouths of Lost Man's and Harney Rivers, are all phenomenal locations to keep in mind.
The Everglades is special in regard to just the place itself. It's really just remote, beautiful, world-class fishery. We get about 1 million visitors a year coming out to fish with us. On any given day, you have an opportunity to pick up a world-class record-holding fish. Anything from a 100-pound tarpon to a 20-pound snook or a 10 to 15-pound redfish are always doable and always accessible. My absolute favorite fish to catch has to be a tarpon, particularly because of the technicality behind catching the fish. There's a lot of skill that's required. and I take pride in teaching my clients what I've learned over the past 20 years to get them the fish that they want and seek. So absolutely, hands down, tarpon is number one.
The peak season lasts from March to July, and most fish are found during the receding tide. The really big migratory fish start to show up in April and stay until June. However, tarpon of all ages and sizes can be found throughout mangrove-rich creeks and rivers during the whole year. This takes us further north along the west coast of Florida to the town of Boca Grande, also known as the tarpon capital of the world. Each year, thousands of hungry tarpon migrate to Boca Grande and its surrounding waters to spawn. They start to show up in early April, but the best fishing is done May through June, especially along the Boca Grande and Gasparilla passes. Tarpon fishing is ingrained in the fabric of this seaside paradise. In fact, the very first records of hooking tarpon in the area date back to the late 1700s and the first British settlers. Since then, it's worked its way up to the #1 place in the world for tarpon fishing. It's located on Gasparilla Island, an area where big migratory fish pass by, so it can be said that this is what Boca Grande owes its reputation to. These beasts can reach up to 150 pounds, with some catches even being reported at 300 pounds. Because of the number and sizes of these fish, it's no wonder why Boca Grande has become synonymous with tarpon fishing. And finally, we've saved you our favorite for last, the Florida Keys. This majestic archipelago is one of the most well-preserved marine ecosystems in the Sunshine State, and it's the place to be if you're looking for an exciting tarpon fishing adventure. Its shallow, clear waters are ideal for sight casting and flats fishing. Tarpon thrive in shallow waters thanks to their ability to gulp air by rolling at the surface. That's why the waters, particularly around the Florida Keys, are their perfect habitat. If you're heading out from the northern part of the islands, spots along the upper Keys such as Key Largo, Isla Mirada, and Marathon are go-to spots for catching your very first silver king. There is a large population of tarpon around the Channel Bridges, Tom's Harbor, 7 Mile Bridge, and Long Key. Jack Bank near Marathon and Buchanan Bank near Isla Mirada Key are good places as well. If your departure point is anywhere along the lower Keys, such as Key West or Big Pine Key, you're going to want to check out Key West Harbor and Bahia Honda Bridge. These two locations are local hotspots and famous for big tarpon. You'll also find plenty of them in the surrounding channels of Big Pine Key. In spring and summer, you can reel in larger ones, but there are smaller ones that'll still pack a punch even after the high season. Like throughout most of Florida, tarpon are present here all year round. But if you're fishing in the upper or middle Keys, you should book your trip from mid-March to mid-July. During springtime, tarpon are mostly on the Florida Bay side, but as the year progresses, they start migrating towards the Atlantic side. In the lower Keys, May through late July are the best months, but if you're in the mood for winter tarpon, Key West Harbor is full of feeding tarpon from January through March. Okay, so now you know where some of the best tarpon fishing destinations are in Florida, but before you head out, there are a few other things you should know. Tarpon are strictly catch and release in the state of Florida. You are only allowed to keep the fish if you're pursuing an IGFA world record and have purchased a tarpon tag. The cost is usually around $50 and you're limited to 1 tag a year per person. Also, tarpon fishing gear is limited to hook and line only. But don't worry, now that you're familiar with the rules, you can start planning your next trip. And that's exactly where we come in. FishingBooker makes planning your trip extra fast and easy. With hundreds of local guides, verified reviews, and hassle-free online bookings, you'll save time and money and experience an exciting day on the water. So go ahead and visit fishingbooker.com, take a look at some of the charters in the area, and start planning your adventure today.